How did Logan Paul and KSI turn a simple drink into a billion-dollar empire? And how did Logan Paul himself make millions before Prime was even an idea? That's the story you're about to hear. Because believe it or not, one scandal almost ended Logan Paul's career forever. Without that scandal, Prime may never have existed. This is the story of how Logan Paul and KSI got rich with Prime. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We break down how the biggest creators and entrepreneurs built their fortunes, and you don't want to miss the next story. Logan Paul didn't start out as a businessman. He was just a teenager in Ohio, living a pretty normal life, until he picked up a camera and started posting 6-second videos on a brand new app called Vine. Most creators on Vine were struggling to stand out. The clips were short, the competition was brutal, and it was hard to make an impact. But Logan figured something out. Instead of posting random funny moments, he engineered his videos to grab attention immediately. He yelled, he jumped, he did over-the-top stunts, he exaggerated everything, and it worked. Within months, he wasn't just another kid with a phone, he was dominating the platform. By 2014, Logan had millions of followers. At only 19 years old, he was making thousands of dollars per post. Brands were already noticing. He was earning sponsorship deals and experimenting with different ways to turn attention into money. Most Vine stars didn't know what to do when the app shut down, but Logan wasn't about to fade away. He had bigger plans. When Vine collapsed, Logan made the jump to YouTube, and this is where everything exploded. His daily vlogs were outrageous, fast-paced, and edited in a way that made it impossible to look away. He didn't just show his life, he turned every single day into a mini-movie. By 2016, he wasn't just popular, he was becoming one of the biggest names on the platform. Millions of subscribers tuned in every day. Money started pouring in between YouTube ads, sponsorships, and the launch of his Maverick merchandise line. Logan was reportedly making over $1 million every single month. At just 21 years old, he was living in a multi-million-dollar mansion in Los Angeles and rubbing shoulders with celebrities. At his peak, Logan was everywhere. He was acting in movies, signing sponsorships with Pepsi and Hanes, and even appearing on late-night TV shows. It looked like nothing could stop him. But then came one video that almost destroyed everything. In December 2017, Logan traveled to Japan to film vlogs. While there, he recorded inside the Aokigahara forest, a place known for its tragic reputation. The video included disturbing footage, and when it went live, the backlash was immediate and global. YouTube demonetized his channel. Sponsors abandoned him. News outlets blasted him across the world. His reputation collapsed almost overnight. For many, this was the end of Logan Paul. And honestly, it could have been. A lot of creators never recover from something that big, but here's where Logan showed a side of himself that most people didn't expect. Instead of quitting, he reinvented himself. He slowed down his vlogs, apologized, and shifted his focus. He worked on rebuilding trust with his audience. He learned how to adapt under pressure. That skill, the ability to pivot, would later make Prime possible. By 2018, Logan launched his podcast, Impulsive. At first, people doubted whether anyone would take him seriously after the scandal. But Impulsive quickly became one of the top creator podcasts in the world. He brought on massive guests, from athletes to celebrities, and slowly started winning people back. The podcast also added another steady stream of revenue through sponsorships and ads. Logan was rebuilding his empire, but he wanted more. That's when boxing entered the picture. Out of nowhere, KSI, the UK's biggest YouTuber, called Logan out. At the time, nobody thought two YouTubers boxing would amount to anything serious. But when their first fight was announced in Manchester, it sold out an arena and brought in millions of pay-per-view buys. Logan made millions overnight. The rematch in Los Angeles, streamed on DAZN, did even bigger numbers. Suddenly, two internet creators were pulling in numbers that rivaled professional boxers. But here's the twist. How do two rivals, who literally punched each other in the face, become billion-dollar business partners? The answer is simple. They realized that together they were unstoppable. After boxing, Logan kept expanding his career. His podcast grew. He signed with WWE, bringing in yet another income stream while entertaining a whole new audience. He dabbled in crypto and NFTs, sometimes making money, sometimes losing it, but always keeping his name in the headlines. By 2021, Logan wasn't just a YouTuber anymore. He was a brand with multiple revenue streams, but he was still missing one thing: a scalable product that could go global. That's when the unthinkable happened. Instead of staying enemies, Logan and KSI teamed up. In January 2022, they shocked the internet by announcing the launch of Prime Hydration. Fans couldn't believe it. These two had built their careers on rivalry, and now they were partners. At launch, Prime came in 5 flavors, but it wasn't just another sports drink. They partnered with Congo Brands, a company with the infrastructure to handle production and distribution. That meant Logan and KSI didn't need to worry about supply chains or manufacturing. They could focus on what they did best: creating attention. And the marketing was genius. Prime bottles sold out instantly. Kids lined up outside stores. Resellers flipped bottles online for 10 times retail price. Social media was flooded with Prime reviews, memes, and challenges. Within the first year, Prime generated over $250 million in retail sales. By 2023, Prime was pushing nearly $1.2 billion globally. That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. Why did this partnership work so well? Because Logan and KSI had already proven their combined influence with boxing. If their rivalry could sell millions of pay-per-view streams, their partnership could sell almost anything. Prime wasn't just a drink. It was the product of years of building massive, loyal audiences. And when you add scarcity and hype to that mix, you get something unstoppable. Prime went everywhere. It became the official sports drink of the UFC. It partnered with Arsenal Football Club in the Premier League. Logan carried bottles into WWE matches, while KSI hyped it up at boxing press conferences and in music videos. Everywhere you looked, Prime was there. It wasn't just a drink, it became a cultural movement. But massive success always brings controversy. Prime Energy contained 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, and parents began complaining that kids were drinking it like Gatorade. Politicians issued warnings, schools banned it, competitors like Coca-Cola and Pepsi pushed back. Critics accused Logan and KSI of manufacturing scarcity to build hype. For most businesses, this would be a nightmare. But Logan had learned something years earlier, back in 2017. When his scandal nearly ended his career, he realized that controversy doesn't always destroy you. Sometimes it makes you stronger. With Prime, that's exactly what happened. The more critics complained, the more kids wanted to try it. Headlines fueled curiosity, and controversy only created more demand. By 2024, Prime was valued at over $1 billion. Logan Paul, once written off as cancelled, was now co-founder of a brand rivaling industry giants. KSI, who started uploading FIFA videos from his bedroom, was now an entrepreneur running global businesses. Together, they pulled off one of the most successful creator-led companies in history. So what made Prime succeed where other influencer products failed? It wasn't just fame. It was a mix of rivalry, reinvention, and reach. Logan reinvented himself after his scandal and found new ways to stay relevant. KSI expanded beyond YouTube into music, business, and entertainment. Together, their combined reach made Prime unstoppable. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, we uncover how the biggest creators, entrepreneurs, and influencers are building their fortunes. You won't want to miss what's next. Today, Prime continues expanding with new flavors and new markets. Logan is building his WWE career and becoming one of the most entertaining athletes on the roster. KSI is balancing music, boxing, and his Sidemen empire. But their legacy is already clear. They proved that creators don't need to settle for sponsorships or rely only on brand deals. They can build billion-dollar businesses of their own. And that is how Logan Paul and KSI got rich with Prime. From Vine to vlogs, from scandal to reinvention, from enemies to billion-dollar partners, their story proves that anyone can fall, rise, and come back stronger. That controversy can be turned into opportunity, and that influence, when used the right way, can rival the biggest corporations in the world. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe right now. We've got more incredible breakdowns on the way about how today's biggest creators built their fortunes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.